The Most Regretted College Degrees by Speed. Shout out Speed. Love this channel. Love these guys. We talk a lot in advice form about college and like what people should do. And I always talk a lot about my college experience. My experience with college, because I know a lot of you guys are probably like in high school or like in college right now. And that's such a hot topic for everybody. I've been seeing so many videos on Instagram too about just like, I wanted to make a YouTube video about it because I was getting spammed with videos being like the A students are the Amazon workers and the D students are the inventors. Like I was getting so many of those. College is always such like a hot topic for the demographic between like 15 and 22 or whatever. But my college experience was in high school, I was just so procrastinating. I still am a very procrastinative person. I don't know what the word would be. But I didn't do anything. I didn't apply to any colleges. I didn't write a college essay. I didn't do the SAT. Like, I signed myself up for nothing. And my parents just had no idea what was going on. They didn't keep me on top of it. They had their own stuff going on, respectfully. It's my responsibility as a fucking senior in high school to get on that. But I didn't do it. Like I was saying, I went to a community college around me for a semester. I just went for business administration, and I did okay. I was doing all right, and then I think it was my first. It was like literally the end. Or am I tripping? So what are the semesters again? I think the semesters it was like September. Well, no, you take all the same classes, right, for a year. Fuck, I don't really remember how it worked, but I went for the 2021 to 2022 school year, and in the middle of my first semester, my dad passed away, and then my dad was always very just school is the most important thing. Like, you got to boss up on your school. So I tried to like catch up on like 3 weeks worth of assignments after missing 3 weeks of school. Completely failed all my fucking classes. Like, that was just never possible. And then after that, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to change my major. Change my major to exercise science. Failed that. Everyone's going to say, Frankie, you failed exercise science? I could have told you that. I know. Okay. And then I was just so upset with myself for failing so much because I never failed school that much in my life. I went back for business administration, and I got like between 95 and 100 in like 5 different classes. Like my GPA was like a 3.9 or something, maybe a 4. And then after that, I just didn't go back. I was like, because after I proved to myself that I could still like do good in school and get good grades, for so long, I was just going to school for so long because that's what I was supposed to do. But college is not the same as high school in the way, like, I think for a lot of people, high school is just like, you have to go to school, you have to do your classes, yada, yada. And then I think a lot of people go to college because they're just like, okay, this is just the next step in education. You just have to go to school, you have to do a thing. But that's not what college is supposed to be, nor was it ever. College is supposed to be the thing that you pick your lane, and that's how you get really good in that lane and get a job in that lane. I was just going just for like whatever. I was like, I guess I'm 20. I'm supposed to be in school right now. I'm going to do school for the general thing. Like, and then I think once I aced it, it made me like sit back and go, what the literal fuck do I even want to do with my life? And I think a lot of kids are not saying that to themselves enough, or at least exploring the answer. Did you take a gap year? I'm on my gap year right now. Like I was saying about college though, I think like a lot of people really need to just sit back and ask yourself what you want to go to school for, because it is not the extension of high school that it feels like. Like, especially when like you're a senior and you're graduating and you see everybody like they're posting what colleges they're going to and what they're going for, and it feels like everybody has it figured out and you don't yet. It's not true. You need to sit back and think about your life if you haven't already. Like, because you're about to make not just a big life decision, a big financial decision in almost every single case. I went to a community college, so the financial decision was not as crazy for me. It was just like a couple grand a year, you know what I mean? To do the classes and get my credits. Like, it really wasn't that crazy of a financial decision, even though it is. But a lot of people are just like, okay, I guess it's time to go to fucking Villanova and spend 50 grand a year. Like, No, there's so much like prepping you for college and not enough being like, wait, wait. Before we hurriedly funnel you into this fucking school where you're gonna spend $250,000, let's think, you know what I mean? And I think that's how we get to this video. The most regretted college degrees by Speed. So let's watch this.
Zach went to
and we'll talk about it a little more.
Zach went to college. I did not. Is college a waste of time? According to the Federal Reserve, 35% of college grads regret their field of study. So today we are
35. I guess, well, that's almost 4 in every 10 people regret their college degree. That's a lot, bro. That's kind of a fuck ton. But again, I think it's just because most people just go for the general thing and then maybe find something much more specific later in life that they wish they would have done. You know what I mean? But to expect an 18-year-old to make that decision will always be insane.
We're breaking down the top 5 most regretted and top 5 least regretted degrees. We're going to talk to people who got these degrees.
Do you regret your degree?
And most importantly, we're going to decide whether Zach is an idiot for going to art school.
Got it!
All right, let's jump right into it, starting with the 5th most regretted college degree / field of study. Education.
Really? Damn. That's kind of upsetting almost. I think you would want your teachers to be a little more ambitious. Wow, I guess some people get into it thinking they're gonna like it and then just end up fucking hating it, or like thinking they'd like be a good teacher and then realize that just has to be what it is. I'm interested to hear why.
Damn, that's a bummer.
That's so sad.
That's what I was saying.
That's a bummer. Yeah, it's the people who take care of our kids, man.
My sister got her degree in education, actually. We should call her because she's not a teacher anymore. Do you wish you had studied something other than education?
Yes, because I don't really use my bachelor's.
What do you think the main thing is that...
That's a big thing too. A lot of people, even if they were interested in the thing that they were doing, I forget what the percentage is, but a high percentage of people who graduate college don't even get a job in the thing that they have the degree for. That's not the point of the question. Well, it kind of is, because I get what you're saying, but it's not like they just went and got the degree. They had to pay a lot of money for it. So if you're not using it, that's a regret. It's like buying a fucking Mercedes Benz and you never get the chance to drive it. Or it just it just doesn't work or something. If you spend $100,000 on a Mercedes that can't drive, you'd be like, okay, that kind of fucking blows. But if you were if you just went to school for free and got it, I guess it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But this should cost a lot of money.
It causes people who got their degrees in education to regret it.
Red tape.
What do you mean?
Well, they're not doing this for the pay. They're obviously doing this for a greater purpose. You know, you're trying to do what you think is best, and you have to go through different structures of way of doing things. You know, government implementing all their blockades and the politics of it. These structures aren't necessarily created by people that teach. So it's a lot of back and forth to come up against. I don't know if I should.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Thanks for being in our video.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
That was insightful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What a bummer for that to be the first one, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's a shame, bro. Bro, it will always be insane to me that the amount that I feel like my entire life people have been talking about how teachers don't make enough money and nothing is fucking happening. I need to fucking research why the fuck we can't fucking pay teachers more. Or if we can, why we're not. Because the education of the next generation is arguably always going to be the most important thing in the world, if not top 5. Am I wrong? Making sure that the next generation of human beings is well educated and treated 8 hours a day, 5 days a week has to be up there with the most important things in the world. My Spanish teacher doesn't deserve it. She is the worst teacher ever. But again, if you raise the pay for teachers and perhaps raise the bar on who can be a teacher, you're probably not going to get bad teachers. You know what I mean? If it's higher incentive, higher pay, and they're going through, if you make the school more rigorous because the job is now higher paying and you deem it as more important, I feel like you end up weeding out a lot of the jackasses. Like the other video that we watched, surgeon was the #1 happiest job of last year. The #1 happiest job. And the schooling to be a surgeon is fucking insanity. And the job is really hard, but also really important. How do we do that for the teachers, man? You know what it is? We got to start making the students pay to go to school. There we go. It's because the pay in helping people are a lot greater than teachers. I was not okay. They're all talking about their own thing, but that's a shame though. Pay the fucking teachers, bro. Genuinely pay the fucking teachers. There's no reason that people educating the next generation should not be making. I mean, that is such a hard job, bro. You can't be making less than 6 figures for that. That's such a hard job.
Number 5, least regretted. Business/management. That makes
Really?
sense.
That is one that I think would be more regretted because it's, business management. Business administration is different. Being a manager, I guess, is different. I would still think that would be kind of regretted, though, because I feel like that's just one that people who, like, are just going to college to go to college do. I don't know.
So business and management includes a lot of things. Business administration.
Oh, shit. That is so surprising.
Finance, marketing, accounting, human resource management, international business. Basically anything that needs to be taken care of is in business.
I think people who get this degree have no delusion about what their life's going to be like. I'm coming to college to have a good time, and if things don't work out, hey, that's okay. If they do work out, great. You know, like it's just
business, dude. These guys have TikToks, and they walk up to restaurants and try and get in without reservations.
Let me see if my buddy Matt, I think he made.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you go for the right reason, there are like some well-paying jobs that you can get through business. Business administration is the worst one, though. I can't imagine that people are getting a business administration degree and, like, not regretting. I regret mine. I for sure regret mine. I'm going to school for my business administration, currently working in a finance sector. Well, no, but, like, I'm saying, like, if you are already working in a finance sector and you are getting that, or, like, you want to work in finance, that makes sense. But like business administration is like the most general degree that you can have. So I'm saying the people that aren't even thinking about their careers and are just going to college to go to college, I would think would be like later down the line, like, yeah, maybe I should have went for something a little more specific. But if you're doing like accounting, that's part of business. And I think that's probably a very non-regretted degree. If you're going to school for accounting, you know what you're there for.
In business.
Yo.
Yo, Matt,
Yeah,
you majored in business, right?
Yeah, I majored in marketing.
Hi, I'm James. It's the
Marketing's different too. Marketing is different too. I'm really only thinking about business administration.
number 5, like people are most happy that they majored in it.
Really?
Yeah, do you regret your degree? Are you happy that you got your degree?
Here, one second. Can I also just do a copy real quick? Or pour over? Just give me 1 second to finish paying real quick.
Yeah.
You can tell this guy's got the goods.
Yeah. So doing a second transaction, right? Yeah. Perfect. Let's just do that.
That's all.
Okay. Thank you. I was basically like highly recommended by my parents that I need to get a business degree, but I would have got a degree in like engineering or science in some capacity because I actually like enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Like if you got a degree in like finance or accounting, I think that'd be helpful. Like I got a degree in marketing, I think that's like an absolute joke. I don't think it actually like helps with anything. But like I'm happy, I guess, that I have it.
It's the 5th least regretted. Like, why do you think that is?
I would say that people are probably happy with it because it like everybody ends up going and working in business no matter what your profession is.
Well, dude, thanks for answering our questions, dude.
Yeah,
I'll
I
see
guess
you-
it just feels like such a nothing burger degree, though. You know what I mean? It feels like such a nothing burger degree for in most cases, but maybe I guess I'm wrong.
Ooh, tonight.
Yeah, I'll see you tonight.
All right, later.
Should I not tell Lindsay?
See ya tonight. Okay, that was hilarious. He's like, I don't
Burger?
regret it at all. Huge waste of time.
Yeah. But he did make a good point there
Finance
at the
degrees
end where
are
like
huge. Stats is better. Marketing is like actually so brain dead.
Yeah, finance is huge. Stats is better. Marketing is brain dead. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that you could do with them. I feel like I've known people with marketing degrees that actually like and use their degree more than I've seen people with finance degrees. But fuck if I know, bro.
everything
I went for like 3 semesters of college, so fuck if I know.
is business.
Yeah, I think no matter what you do in your life, you'd be like, oh, well, I used that thing I learned from business school. Like, there will be something.
Yeah.
You won't feel like it was a total waste.
Also, we got to see a little peek of the degree in use when he solved that coffee problem.
Yeah, so doing a second transaction, right?
Let's just make 2 transactions.
Frankie, what were you going for? I missed that. I went to school, so I went for business administration. My dad died in the middle of my first semester. Whoops. Ended up flunking out my first semester. Changed my major to exercise science. Flunked that because it was like all science classes and I hate science. Went back to business administration, got a 4.0, and I've been on a gap year ever since.
That's management. That's business. Now back to the sad list. The number 4 most regretted college degree / field of study
You're good, Goody. No sweat, man.
is
I appreciate it.
law.
Law.
What? I guess maybe because like people's like parents force them into the degree. I feel like law is probably one of the ones that it's like you just go for it because you're trying to get rich and you would probably flunk out, or your family forced you into it.
Really?
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Also, lawyers are just so like having to deal with that. Even if you do end up becoming a lawyer, is just so, like I know one kid whose dad was a lawyer, and I heard him talk 2 times, and every other time he just looked depressed. I mean, it has to be the saddest career ever. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, can't really think of a sadder career than having to defend people you don't want to defend and like all the fucking shit you have to do for it. It's like the amount of work of becoming a doctor or a surgeon with like none of the upside.
I bet it's for depressing reasons. It's easier to convince yourself that you could be a lawyer than you could be a doctor. Like, there's no part of me that's like, oh, I could be a doctor. But, like, 100% of me is like, dude, I'd be a sick lawyer. And I also think that the way lawyers are portrayed in art and media is pretty romantic. Like, how many movies are there about, like, a Matthew...
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did.
Giving speeches and stuff.
When the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay.
When the reality is your job is to read things and not miss anything.
Why did I hire you?
Yeah.
Police report summarized. Traffic signal analysis, medallion bids, attendees, and results. That's why you hired me.
Let me see if Graham will pick up.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Graham, I wanted to hit you up to see if you know why you think people who pursue law end up regretting that pursuit.
Yes, I think that it attracts a certain crowd of people who enjoy academia and the study of law and don't like practicing law, which is like less academic in nature and a little bit more like practical.
Thanks, dude. That's a cool take.
Yeah, probably what you end up doing ends up maybe being boring. But
I would think that would also, if we're using that logic on lawyer though, I would think that a lot of that logic applies to doctors, but that is the happiest career. Then again, who knows? Maybe people regret going to school to be doctors too, because that just ends up not being the. I guess because that's more fulfilling though. The practice itself is more fulfilling. The practice of law, I feel like, is just draining. I feel like it's just absolutely draining in every sense of the word. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's a high degree to pursue. So, but I don't know. I know I'd be a good lawyer though. I'd be a good ass lawyer. No, I wouldn't. I would fucking hate being a lawyer. Chat. 1, if you want to be a lawyer. 2, if you absolutely despise the idea of becoming a lawyer. Do we have anybody going to school for law? That'd be crazy if we did. You got to learn too much. It's crazy. Yeah, bro. Like, and also like, if you don't do your job right, people literally can like lose their freedom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, You have to do your job correct. Or people can keep their freedom that shouldn't if you do your job too good. Look at the fucking OJ case, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, bro. Go watch the documentary about the OJ case. You will never even want to look at a lawyer again. It's like the saddest documentary ever. They literally have the lawyers in the documentary, and they're like, I mean, my job is just to present the evidence in a way that's compelling for my client. And they were like, do you think he did it? And they were like, doesn't matter what I think. They found him innocent. And they were like, do you think he did it? And they were like, doesn't matter. I did my job. Like, ugh.
This one might not be. This is the fourth most least regretted college degree.
Field of study.
Vocational /
Technical.
What are that?
This is electricians, plumbers, automotive technology, cosmetology, culinary school. We're talking about the trades.
I think we've seen like.
Yeah, I think people who get into trades are like, I think most trades are like super fire. Yeah, this one makes sense. I don't even have too much to say about this. Then again, though, I feel like trades are weird because some people just know early on they want to go into a trade, and then I think some people end up being so lost about what they want to do with their life that they see the amount of money that you can make from doing a trade and just go there. And then it kind of ends up being like, I guess that's kind of with anything though. But I think the trade sometimes can attract people who just don't know what they want to be and they see some guaranteed money in it. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's definitely two sides to that coin. But I think most of those jobs are great jobs to have. And again, fulfillment is a huge part of this. Like, I don't think a lawyer is a fulfilling job.
The expectation versus reality brought up.
Unless you're like, it depends on what kind of law you practice.
For both of these, right? Like, expected one thing, didn't expect the red tape. Expected all the academia, didn't expect the workload or whatever. This must be like the most opposite with expectation because you're like, I assume I'm going to be plumbing if I go to this plumbing school.
Yeah, dude, I became a plumber. Did you know I got to deal with water?
Yeah.
So it's worth noting that there are other factors beyond the field of study that affect whether someone considers their education worth it.
So what does it say? Benefits of education exceed costs by education and age. So the bar default. Benefits of education exceed cost. What am I even looking at? This is percent of what? I don't even know what this graph is showing me.
Level of education. So people with master's or doctorate degrees felt their education was more worth it than people with associate degrees. Age played a factor too. People who were older more often felt that the costs were worth it, which makes total freaking sense.
Thank you for breaking that down. I'll stop pausing so much.
The survey said what you're probably thinking. This variation may also be driven by the rising costs of higher education and the increased use of student loans, which makes costs remain more salient into adulthood.
All the old people in the survey, you like see the bars on these charts and they're all like, I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, I had a blast. I had so much fun. It cost me $36 and then I bought a house for $15,000. Then I just sold it for $4 million. Another big factor is whether or not people have student loans. That makes...
Dude, oh my God. Dude, just to live in an economy where you could like act like, what was the cost of schooling in like, I don't know, like 1970? Cost of college in 1970. What? What? You have to be fucking kidding me. What do y'all think? That is nuts. I mean, and this is also like Let me look up like the cost of going to Harvard in 1970. Bro. I mean, this is still insane. All right, so to go to Harvard in 1970 was around $2,400 to $2,600 per year. How, bro? In 2025, how much does it cost? Oh my God. I mean, however, starting in 2025, Harvard offers free tuition for families earning $200,000 or less, with no tuition cost for families earning $100,000 or less. Is that for everyone? Because that's actually so dope if they do that. But bro, $86,000 per year. It used to be $2,400. Oh my God. $60,000 tuition, $20,000 housing and food, health and student services, $5,000. And then also additional costs like books, travel, personal expenses, not even included. Bro, I mean, so fucking insane, bro. What's the average cost of a home in 1970? Bro, just fucking light me on fire. The median price of a new home in the U.S. was approximately $23.4 to $23.6 thousand. The median family income was around $9,400, making homes highly affordable. Yeah, that would be like, let's see. So that's probably like about a third. Not even that's about 2.2 times your yearly income. Yeah, so in order for you to be up to the 1970 standards, you would have to make $230,000 a year. That's what it's like today. Fire. That's perfect. Oh, perfect. Perfect, bro. I love that. Perfect. That's so fire. Perfect. Oh, that is so ridiculous, bro. Fuck it, we ball, I guess.
It's just obvious. I mean, it makes sense.
And a final big factor is the type of institution. Public institutions are like UC schools, state schools, Ohio State, University, or Florida. It's definitely the most common type of college. Then you have private, non-profit schools, which is like USC or small liberal arts schools. All the Ivy League schools are actually in this category. And then private, for-profit institutions are like DeVry or University of Phoenix.
They've kind of come under a lot of scrutiny. They have pretty bad graduation rates. Mm-hmm. I don't want to disparage people who graduate from DeVry, but
my interpretation is it's like the bank, which is not a perfect institution, versus the payday loan place.
Yeah.
Which is a less perfect institution. Up next, the third most regretted type of degree, life sciences.
Interesting.
The fuck is that?
Oh, science that deals with life. We're talking biology,
biochemistry,
molecular biology,
ecology,
botany,
zoology,
genetics.
All sorts of stuff like that.
I'm actually very surprised that
I feel like there would be a lot of good, I mean, zoology maybe not, but I feel like there'd be a lot of good careers down this rabbit hole.
Many people regret going into this field. This seems like one of the fields that, like, you know what you're doing. I'm going to go study plants. I'm going to go study
Yeah, because I feel like that's like the biggest thing too, is you get into college not knowing what you want to do. These hyper-specific fields, maybe that's the thing. Maybe people are picking hyper-specific fields without actually knowing what they want to do with their life.
Dolphins. I'm going to go study the human systems.
Let me see if Mooney picks up, because, you know, I haven't talked to this guy in forever. It's just kind of fun. I'm getting called old friends.
Yo, Zach.
Mooney, I'm making a video about college degrees.
I have a horticulture degree.
I don't even know what that means.
Horticulture is like the study of fruits and nuts.
Oh, horticulture. I guess the question is, do you regret your degree?
Maybe I'll just speak for like agriculture. Like if you work on a farm your whole life, like you don't really need a degree unless you're doing research. You're probably doing some like grunt work that you don't need a college degree for. And like the pay isn't great. And then I would say like if you're doing like life sciences, you're either teaching or you're working in a rural area.
Yeah.
You know, can't like live in the city, you know, like.
But you're happy with your degree?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my degree. You know, a lot of people don't go into research.
Mm-hmm.
But in my case, I did. So that's why it was useful for me.
You got a PhD, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm still doing my PhD.
And you're like breeding apricots?
I'm breeding hazelnuts.
Oh.
Yeah.
What an interesting... What an interesting guy. That's so fire to like be like, I know I'm going to school for fruits and nuts. I fucking love fruits and nuts. I love fruits and nuts so much. I'm going to school for it. I'm getting a PhD in nut. And you can't stop me. I love it that much. Nutman is the goat you will see. Have you seen this video before?
To be resistant to like fungus or something?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe I nailed that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hello, Frankie and chat. Sorry I'm late. Woke up from a nap after having some homemade goulash and a bath.
Oh. Guys, my mom just texted me. I guess she's watching the stream. She said, our first house in 1966, the one that she was raised in this house. My grandma apparently, or grandpa, whichever, bought that house for $2,700. My car was $9,000. No, 7. But it was supposed to be 9. Did I say 27,000 or 2,700? $2,700. Yeah. $2,700. Why is everyone spamming what? Yeah, the first house that my mom grew up in, she said they bought for $2,700. $2,700. Can't. You said 27,000? No, not what I meant if I did. Perfect. Thank you, Mom, for telling me that. I am now fucking depressed. Yay! Let's go, bro. Oh my god, I can't wait to like work my whole life to buy a fucking $600,000 home because that's the median. God damn. What is going on, bro? How much did the pretty cool house cost? Wow, actually that's actually so funny you mentioned that. Our monthly rent for the house, chopped cheese with ketchup with the raid. Thank you, chopped cheese with ketchup. Thank you for the raid, bro. Our monthly rent on this house is more than the total cost of the house my mom grew up in. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, that makes me feel happy. Yay! Okay. No, my kids are never buying a house. They're fucked.
Are you trying to do it the natural way or something?
Yeah, we've collected these hazelnuts. I don't know how much I can say about that, but like basically we've gone throughout the world before any of these like, you know, wars started happening in Russia and like geopolitical stuff has been happening in Turkey, but we do use molecular biology.
I gotta keep shooting this video, but I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, dude. Glad to hear from you.
Thanks, bro.
Awesome. See you later.
Later.
Dude.
This dude's crazy.
What a smart guy.
Yeah, dude. And also, like, these wars in Russia and then geopolitical situation in Turkey. Don't know how much I can talk about this. You know, I use molecular biology, but I'm making these, like, hazelnuts. So if you like Nutella, it's a lot deeper than it looks, dude.
That's an example of someone who got, like...
Frankie VIP, your mom right now.
I don't even know. What's her fucking username, bro? Here we go. I'll VIP my mom. W chat for making me VIP my mom. Mom, you are a VIP now. W mom.
Like a college degree.
W mom in the chat. I think mom's here. I think she might just be lurking around. Or she might not be anymore. I don't know if she is anymore. Oh, she is here. Hey, Mom! Hi, Mom! Yeah, W Mom. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Who's really using it
right
in a way that you're like, huh, I guess we do need educated people like you to keep the world going.
100%. I think he brought up a good point. He went into research and went into like the actual
Love you, Mom.
Actual sciences of it, and like,
does she approve of your streaming job? Ask her. Absolutely, yeah. No, I mean, I've always, and I've said it before. My mom has been absolutely goated with everything having to do with all my decisions. Top like biggest supporter in every sense. And she didn't necessarily have to be, because like I remember telling her like I was like gonna make the videos and stuff and yada yada, and she was just like, okay, just do it, you know? Because there have been a million times where I said I was gonna do a million different things. But then we did it, and she would like send the videos that they were doing really well. Like she would be like keeping up with how many views they were getting, and you know, she keeps up with all the accomplishments of me and the guys. She's always been like the most supportive. Whereas I feel like a lot of people's parents are like, she's never been like, she's never like pressured me into doing anything. It was never like you have to go to college or like you need to be this or that. She was always very just like, you do what makes you happy. You're going to figure it out. I trust in your ability as a person to figure it out. And I think that just granted me the room as a person to even get to the point where I knew that I wanted to do this and believed in myself enough to do it. So shout out moms. How old is she? Not a day over 40. No, I won't tell you. She's the goat though. She's the goat. Love moms, man. Everyone go tell your mom you love them. Everyone go shoot your mom a text, or if she's in the other room, just go let her know. Just go let her know. Maybe send her a nice Instagram reel or something. Epic Frank, what did I miss? Hang on, read this. Do you remember when Frankie took your phone in the car and started filming Vines on it? Nope, she doesn't. She doesn't remember me filming Vines in the car. She doesn't. We're not talking about it.
The development, I guess, of new plants. But a lot of people who go into agriculture go into it to like work in a farm or something.
Yeah.
And I could see how those people are like, yeah, not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I live in the middle of nowhere. I didn't grow up doing this. Turns out I don't like farming. You got to wake up early, and it's hard to meet girls. Cool guy.
Yeah. Mooneyham.
Dope ass dude.
Moon. And now time for a quick dog food. That's fun and spin dogs. Least regretted field of study.
Holy ad skip, by the way. Can I get a W ad skip?
Health. So this includes registered nurses, doctors,
Yeah.
physical therapists.
Always
You
going to be
like
up there.
life sciences, but you touch people and take
Okay,
their
could have said that differently.
blood.
My buddy Chris is a dentist.
That's not a dentist.
Nah, that counts.
Oh, he blocked you.
My buddy is a anesthesiologist.
Okay.
It's fire.
Your call has been forwarded
Damn.
to voicemail.
Why isn't anyone answering the phone? It's 3 p.m.
He's calling me back.
Oh, shit. Be cool. Be cool.
I'm curious to know, like, do you regret your college degree?
I do regret my college degree in terms of my undergraduate because I did a lot of chemistry degrees, but then when I went to medical school, ultimately 98% of what I learned was worthless, and I felt like I spent 4 years of studying a subject that I just didn't really have any kind of usefulness for. I kind of wish I had studied maybe a more philosophical approach.
But you're happy to be a doctor now.
I am happy to be a doctor. I'm not upset with my
He said he wanted to go to school for philosophy, and he's an anesthesiologist. Dude, that'd be... I wonder... do you guys think if philosophy is the #1 least regretted, I'm going to, like, call Joe. Because I want to know. Has Joe spoke about his... I know he, like, obviously brings up the fact that he has a philosophy degree, but I'm curious if he, like... Well, I think he went to school, like, specifically just to have it. You know what I mean? I want to major in philosophy. Dude, I think Joe Bartolozzi might cause the greatest uptick in philosophy majors of all time. Wait, I kind of want to know, like, can I look up, like, philosophy, number of philosophy majors? What is this graph I'm looking at? Do you mean never be hemorrhaging majors and philosophy's like very, it's not a big degree. Okay, maybe I'm just like wrong type shit. Yeah, it peaked in 2014 and then like fell off. It experienced a 15% decline from 2021 to 2024. As a percentage of all bachelor's degrees, philosophy majors are at an all-time low. I just want to know, like, the number, though. Yeah, that is true. That is true, though. Most of the people that are watching Joe probably aren't going to go to school for philosophy for another 4 years, 3 years, something like that. So, it would be so tough to see, like, a crazy uptick in philosophy majors just like right around the time all of those kids grow up. But I don't doubt, I feel like a lot of people will. That'd be like one of the coolest, I would say that'd be one of his coolest achievements just like as a creator. That'd be dope.
my financial predicament. But there's different levels and positions too in terms of income.
Where are you at in that ladder?
I'm definitely on the upper end of physician incomes. I do pretty well.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm a pretty stable job. There's a lot of people that like you for what you do.
I think we get the gist. People don't hate you. You make a good amount of money and seems pretty chill.
It is what it is, so.
Thanks for the insight. What do we think?
Fire.
I mean, I thought the big reason health was going to be so high was because it's like education, but you get paid a lot of money.
Like, you mean it's...
I thought it was going to be both
morally, you feel like you're doing something good.
Yeah.
But then you get paid.
Yeah.
All right, so that's no surprise.
Yeah. That's the... Pay teachers more. Pay teachers more!
The doctor doesn't regret being a doctor, but he does regret not majoring in poems or something.
I think it shows that getting an education doesn't always have to be about turning it into a career. It is cool to just better yourself for the hell of bettering yourself.
Yeah. The #2 most regretted
degree number 2!
is Humanities/art.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think because art can be such a competitive thing, and also like it's just so like it's one of those degrees where like sometimes it doesn't even help. You know what I mean? Like art school, I feel like gets a lot of shit though, but I think if you know what you're doing with it, maybe like a lot of people don't.
Humanities/art. That's me. How embarrassing. I studied film, which was in that category.
What is a humanity?
Humanities include the study of history, philosophy, and religion, modern and ancient
Wow.
languages, literatures, fine and performing arts.
So philosophy is one of the most regretted degrees. Probably just by like people that wish they're making more money. Like they spend a bunch of money on it. Like from one perspective, like from the perspective of the anesthesiologist who's already making a fuckload of bread, he's like, I wish I kind of learned I want to learn some other stuff. But like, of course he's saying that he's making a bunch of money. If you go to school for this and you can't make anything out of it, then I guess that does make sense.
Media.
That's a lot of stuff to be lumped into one thing.
Human experience.
Oh, the human experience.
It's everything related to
the
the
human
human
experience. I mean, it's totally understandable why so many people regret this. Film school and art degrees, they're a big gamble. Like, there's way more people majoring in that than jobs available. Totally see why a lot of people who majored in a crapshoot got snake eyes and were like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think the only reason I don't regret it is because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if I had given up at some point and wasn't doing anything related to any of it, I would be like, dude, I should have gone to school for engineering. If I had a friend who's like an accountant and I asked them to meet up after work and they're like, oh, I can't. I go to UCLA every Wednesday for my like screenwriting class, and they're just doing it for the pursuit of it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
That makes
sucks
sense.
that people regret pursuing those things, because I think a lot of humanities and arts comes from a place of interest or passion.
The truth is, work without will.
Yeah, that's the thing about, bro. It really sucks too, because like an art degree or like a film degree or a philosophy degree, I feel like in a lot of ways is one of the coolest things you can do. There's just not a lot of practical application in the world to turn that into your job. You know what I mean? Which sucks. Which kind of blows. If you're doing it just to learn about it, like what he was saying, that's definitely cool. Gonna get a philosophy degree and steal and resell AirPods. All right, yeah, have fun with that.
And work without direction only makes you a beast of burden.
Oh, is that a quote?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I don't know. Another important takeaway from the study is that someone's field of study isn't always the most regretted aspect of higher education. A lot of times it's a relationship. From a statistical standpoint, the number one regret in regards to higher education, more than the field of study, according to this survey, with 45% of students feeling this way, is
money?
Not getting more education.
Whoa.
A huge contributor to that is 61% of dropouts wishing that they had finished school. All right, number two, least.
I guess that makes sense. That's not even that crazy. I thought it'd just be like doesn't make enough money. I don't really wish I finished my education personally. You guys are talking to a dropout. I'm never going back. If I did, it would like be for like the bit. Like I would like go back to school for like a YouTube video. Or something. I don't know. But or maybe like they're saying to like learn about, but then I wouldn't want to pay for an education that I could just get online. You know what I mean? Like you go to college to get the degree, not necessarily the knowledge of the degree.
Least regretted field of study is
Number two least regretted.
Computer science.
These goddamn computer nerds fucking love their shit, bro. They love it. Everybody that loves computers, bro, they just can't stop talking about how much they love it, bro. The computer science thing was like a number 2 on the happiest jobs, too. If you love computers, bro, oh my God, these motherfuckers can't stop talking about it. They love that shit.
Of course. I mean, that just makes sense. That's pretty much sums it up.
It's the science of computers, ladies and gentlemen. And what is the number one thing in the whole society these days? Yeah, you guessed it. Computers. Computer sciences is basically the new medical school.
No.
Once we got a bunch of clankers running around. So for years and years, you've been told like this is safe, go into coding, until like last year when they're like, oh, you know what actually AI is like really good at? Your job. And carrying on the theme that we've seen from this list,
Kill me.
People make a dump truck load of money doing this.
Should we call someone?
Hello?
Yo, Ross.
What's up?
You have one of the least regretted college degrees, I think. What was your degree?
Computer science.
How do you feel about your degree, and then why do you think it's people are so happy with their computer science degrees?
Yeah, I mean, I don't regret it. The reason I don't regret it is the freedom of work and the ease of work. Last time I changed jobs, it took me like less than a week to find a new job. The fact that I can work from home, can kind of work like whatever hours I want as long as I get my work done is really nice. Oh yeah, and I get paid well, so.
Yeah, that helps. Now with AI.
Yeah, dude, I have a buddy that works in computer science, or he has a job in something related to computers. I think he's like an IT guy for a company, and he used to work with me at my fast food job, and then he got his job, and he was like, yeah, bro, literally off the bat, he went from making like, at the fast food job, he was probably making like 20 grand a year. He started making like 75 grand a year with healthcare, dental, and like a 10% match on a 401k. And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like right out of college, I was like, oh, fuck. God damn, let me hold a band, son. Shout out him though. I hope he's doing good.
AI and coding. What level do you think that disruption is going to be at?
It's going to hurt newer people more than people like me. Instead of people hiring interns and dealing with that, they're like, well, we can probably just get AI to write code that's good enough and then have someone senior look at it. That's a possible shortfall, or maybe it works, right? And we just like programming dies in the next 10 years.
Are you worried about that at all?
I mean, not really, because like there's nothing I can do to change it. So if it happens, it happens, and I'll get a new job.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
You're smart.
Based. That's smart as hell, bro.
Such an easier said than done thing too that I think a lot of people just overlook. Just, yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens, and I was just fucking, I don't know, I'll just get a new job. Like nothing I can do to change it. Such a mindset I forget about, bro. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Like actually being able to just truly have no care, knowing you have no control, is so much easier said than done for some reason.
Swing a hammer somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, later.
The higher we go up this list, the more people are like, and you know, I get paid pretty well.
Yeah, they don't want to say it.
Before we go any further, I just want to remind you guys that subscriber numbers makes us feel better and not regret our chosen path.
The median income of a subscriber to Speed is double that of somebody who's not subscribed.
On average, the median.
That's facts. Same thing with somebody who's subscribed to Pretty Cool Frankie TV, Pretty Cool Frankie Games, and Pretty Cool Frankie VODs. It increases the odds, allegedly, that you will make more money, allegedly. So just, if you're watching on YouTube.
The income of a Speed subscriber is 45 times higher than that of someone not subscribed to Speed.
My mom subscribed to Speed, and it changed her life.
She grew 6 inches, and she can dunk now. We are down to the most and least regretted degree/field of study for people in America. The most regretted college degree in America is...
Chat, what do we think the most regretted... Oh, I think I know what it is, actually. Well, I don't know. I thought I remember... What do we think the most regretted degree is? Because I think I remember it being psychology, communications, English. Yeah, I don't know, because these all are kind of like bunched up. I don't know if that like falls under the same umbrella. My guess is psychology.
Field of study.
Social/behavioral sciences. All right, so this includes psychology.
I'm kind of goated. Yeah, I think before they say why, I'm assuming it's because a lot of these you have to go into being like, what is it called? Like a service worker, or like, I forget what they're called. Social worker, like, and that's like hard, and a lot of the jobs in psychology and all these other fields are not as well paying as they are difficult. So it's like similar to education. Like, you like learning about that stuff, and then like you get down to doing the thing, and it's a lot more difficult. It's a lot more difficult. Like my girlfriend has a job that is psychology related, and she enjoys it, but she doesn't shy away from the fact that the work itself is hard. And she honestly liked doing the school more, but Fuck. I mean, what are the other ones?
Sociology, anthropology, criminal justice, social work, communication studies, behavioral science, and international relations.
I'm just imagining a psychologist working at a federal prison.
Yeah.
And it just being brutal, exhausting, emotionally difficult work.
Yeah.
And then they don't make a lot and money.
Yeah.
It's doom scrolling.
It's
IRL.
like education on
Have
steroids,
this other
bro.
sad guy come in and talk to me on Zoom for an hour, and then I get to have lunch. You could call my therapist, but I think that'd be weird.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, do you regret your degree?
Yeah,
You'd be
you're
like,
the number one most regretted. Your job is the most regretted degree in the world. How do you feel about it?
It's like, oh, I guess I do have some regrets. Maybe I'll call my therapist.
It's harder than ever to give young people advice on what they should do after high school. There was a time when the smart move was simple. You go to college. What you studied didn't matter much because you were just like better off having a degree. College got insanely expensive. More recently, everyone was saying, forget college, just learn how to code. Now people say AI writes code better than humans. So what is the best plan? Trade school? Maybe. College? Maybe. Pick a major just for a paycheck? Maybe. Study something that you love and then it doesn't matter. You'll fall into a way to make money? Maybe. Join the family business straight out of high school, drop out and start your own thing? Honestly, I don't know. All of those are
I have no fucking
extremely
clue.
viable options. What I do know is this. Over the last decade, we've noticed that there's way more anti-education and anti-intellectual talk creeping into conversations from every side.
Yeah.
And I don't freaking jive with it because at its core, education is good. It's about bettering yourself, and it betters the world.
I mean, and it is so. I literally think I might make a reaction video to this because this video is really hammering home the point that hammering it home in a way that is making it feel better in my brain as I think about it. But like, dude, just like growing up with social media, like watching it evolve into what it is, the whole I think it started off as like a fun thing, like kind of like joking about like what's even the point of school, da da da, and then like these people just started coming around with this like the A students are the Amazon workers, the D students are the inventors, like just trying to get these clicks and shares from kids that aren't doing well in school. And then like even people like Gary Vee, who like I know mean well, are like college is a fucking scam, college isn't fucking worth it. And all these kids who fucking hate school, of course they're not even thinking about what you're saying. They just, all you said was college is a scam, and they go, perfect, I didn't want to go, I hate school, perfect. You know what I mean? Like, you're not talking to people that are thinking it through. What he's saying is very correct. Education at its core is a good thing. And this attitude that we're starting to have as society over like, bro, fuck college, bro. Just fucking like, go do your own thing. Like, I think to a degree, you should have that part of the conversation open. You shouldn't say college is the only way. But I think people went too far with it and have like completely written it off. Like, I saw a video the other day that was like, bro, like, I don't know one person in my life that's like doing better than me who went to college. I mean, maybe just because you don't know that many people, or maybe you don't know doctors, you know what I mean? Like, it's just become such like a money-centric world online, and it's like, yeah, college might not be the guarantee to $1 million. Maybe the way you make $1 million is up to you and not the degree. It depends on the degree. I don't know, bro. I like, but that attitude online has just become, and I remember when I was little, I loved that shit, bro. I loved when I saw someone that was like, bro, college is a scam. I was like, yes, thank you. Tell me that more, because I don't want to go. Tell me it's a scam so I can tell it to my fucking parents because I don't want to go. Because I was a little kid that hated fucking college, bro. And you grow up and you're like, having an educated next generation is very important. Like, it's right message, wrong messenger. Well, it's like the message that college is a scam in a lot of cases, I think is being a little too abrasive about it. But your message is being misconstrued. Like the point is like, it shouldn't be college is a scam. It should be like College is not as important as it used to be, but it can still be extremely helpful if we do the right thing. Writing it off is so dumb. So dumb. Like, yes, it's not the only way anymore. It used to be the only way. Now it's not, right? But like, it's not below consideration, heavy consideration. You know what I mean? Oh, God. I hate the way people talk about college now.
I would never discourage anyone from trying to do that. If you're a younger person watching this video, just do your best to be smart about the path that you choose. I wish I could give you better advice, but I really don't have an answer.
If anyone's trying to give you a blanket answer to this question, you probably shouldn't listen to them.
Yeah, they're either dumb or they're lying.
The good thing about today is that there is a great variety on how to make money compared to back then. That's very true. That's why I'm saying it's not the only way anymore. College used to be pretty much the only way, and now it's like you can make a lot of money and not go to college. You can also still make a fuckload of money and go to college. But the way that people, like, as soon as it became like you don't need it anymore, and like Elon Musk was like, I actually hire people, I don't even look if they have degrees. The problem is all the fucking idiots in the world were like, oh yeah, I don't have to go to school. I'm just gonna fucking day trade. Like, oh, kill me. Elon Musk doesn't hire people with degrees, and Jeff Bezos didn't go to, like, they're super fucking rich. I'm just gonna day trade and fucking drop ship, and I'm just gonna hustle. Holy shit. Like, I think that way of thinking has actually ruined some people. Taking college out of just out of the thing and being like, I'm gonna escape the matrix. Like, oh, fuck me.
To end this on a positive note, the number one least regretted type of degree is...
Do you have a guess?
I thought it would be this one.
I thought it would be health or computer sciences. I'm a little confused. Well, health is the medical field. I don't know. What do you guys think the least regretted degree is? Education was on the most regretted, yes. Criminology, I think that's actually the most regretted.
Is it improv? Is it improv school?
Law is on there with the most regretted. Yeah.
Engineering.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm such a dumb fuck. Everyone type dumb fuck.
Dude, when I got this far, I thought I was going to say catering. I was like, catering? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Everybody has to eat.
Yeah, everyone's got to eat. All right, engineering.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's like the more tried and true version of computer science. Mm-hmm. It's the one that's been around for a century.
Yeah.
Yeah, and makes a gazillion dollars.
This is beep, boop, beep, boop, and this is...
And we've had... for like way longer.
Then beep, boop, beep, boop. Mm-hmm. These guys together sent a man to the moon.
Yeah, it's like, this is the thing. Like, yes, college is not the only way, but engineering, computer sciences, being a doctor, going into the trades, working in business, these are all like surefire ways to get yourself a job. And yes, the job market is hard, but those are all great careers to have. You know what I mean? That oftentimes are very high paying. Like, everything on that least regretted list is very high paying. So when people are online like, bro, college is a fucking scam, fuck college, fuck this, fuck that, you're steering people away from the important jobs of the world. All these dumb fucks are just spouting to, like, start your own business and do this and do. We need people to do these things. We need people to do these things. There needs to be engineers. There needs to be computer scientists and doctors and nurses and accountants. People have to do those jobs. When you see people online like, bro, you saying this, you're not even making $1 million a year. The machine does not work if people do not do these. The people that are rich and shitting on people that make less than them do not understand that the society they live in requires people to do these fucking jobs. Why are we steering people away from college as an entire concept when it is the main thing that teaches people how to do the most important jobs in society? It's the dumbest fucking thing forever, bro, and I hate it. And I hate that people don't call it out more. Like, the D students are the inventors, and those are the ones that are going to be the millionaires. They're going to run their own business. Who's going to be the accountant for the fucking business? Who's gonna run the fucking marketing department? Who's gonna run all the departments of your fucking business? People that went to fucking college. It's so dumb, bro. It's so dumb. I'm not saying that college is the right thing for everybody, but as far as like the most important careers, a lot of them you gotta go get a degree for. You know what I mean? Some of the most important jobs in our fucking society you get through going to college. If you don't know what you want to do with your life and none of those things excite you, then no, it's probably not for you. You know what I mean? Maybe you got to think about it. But if any of those things are even remotely enticing to you, then you have to consider it. Stop listening to these fucking people that are like, oh, fucking college is fucking scam, bro. College is so fucking expensive. Yes, it is extremely fucking expensive. People need to do these jobs. But, companies actually, it's all about the experience. Like, god damn. Bro, I saw a dude, I'm just gonna make a YouTube video about it. It is so scum.
Well, this all honestly just makes a ton of sense and was maybe predictable the whole time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you did to educate yourself. More importantly, what you continue to do down in the comments. Education takes multiple forms.
Subscribe.
I love you.
Peace out, Speed. Thank you guys for the W-ass video. Yeah. I'm glad we actually got to like a point in that video where we were able to talk a little bit more about the basis of the video that I wanted to talk about, which is like the decision of going to college. It is valuable, but way too stupid expensive. Yes, absolutely. But again, to become an engineer or to become a doctor or any of those fucking things, you have to go. And you get paid really well to do that. So it's like all of the least regretted are extremely high paying careers. So obviously they're going to be the least regretted. I truly think most people would benefit taking community college courses. Me too. I mean, because also it's just like, I think most people would benefit from things that are maybe just like kind of like subsections of college that you don't even consider, like the scheduling of it and staying disciplined and learning how to turn in assignments on your own time. Like, that's the thing with college that's harder than high school, is like nobody's riding your fucking back, especially now when most classes are online and you don't even have anybody checking in on you. You have to learn how to keep up with your own shit to a degree. Like when I did my third semester, I really learned how to like schedule my shit and be more honest with myself. Where in high school, I kind of like breezed by and could like figure it out. You know what I mean? You can't fucking do that in like a lot of dumb shit does fly in college. When teachers are like, that's just not going to fly in college. They're not lying, but also they like some shit does fly. But a lot of the time, like I would try to like do something that I got away with in high school, and they'd be like, I don't fucking care. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. There's nothing I can do for you. And I'd be like, all right, well, you know what I mean? You definitely want your doctor to have a degree before he does hard surgery on you. Exactly. Like, people need to do these fucking jobs. And I just hate listening to people who are like, I don't know, they just like manage a bunch of OnlyFans accounts and they like have a bunch of money from that, telling a bunch of impressionable young kids that college is a scam and all they have to do is fucking day trade. And like, oh my fucking God, like what, like how fucking narrow sighted do you have to be to understand? Like, it's not hard to understand that people need to do the jobs that you didn't want to do. Like, and that you got extremely lucky in whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe not with the fucking, you know, whatever the fuck. College is a scam for a lot of degrees, but not all. Sure. But scam, the term, I hate the term scam in this discussion because it just puts this whole like icky blanket over college as a whole where it feels like you're going there to get fucked. When in reality, there is still a lot of good to pull out of it. Like the money to like you spend versus the value you get from it on some degrees, maybe not as great. But also like, especially with like, even just the experience of going away to a college and living on campus is something that, like, I think a lot of kids probably need. You know what I mean? Like, you need to move away from home and be around a bunch of new people and meet new people from different places and all that shit. Like, there's a lot of benefits to it. And I think when people say scam, it just I remember being a kid and just being like, okay, cool, scam, don't care. And I think, respectfully, that kind of changed my mindset, especially like freshman, sophomore year, where I was like, I don't even think I want to go to college. And I wasn't even just thinking about it. I was just like, okay, it's a scam. I don't want to go. I'm not even going to think about it. And I didn't, and then I ended up not going. Whereas if I had even given it some more thought, maybe then again, I wouldn't be here. I don't regret anything that I did, but it is something to consider, especially for the next generation. I wish schools had better management for neurodivergent students too. I'm 18 years old, fresh out of high school, and I'm still learning how to count money. Yeah, I mean, everybody, I think the thing with school too is like the way that they have to keep a certain pace, and I think that makes people think that like there's some sort of like race that you're running and you have to keep up. And it's like, once you're in college, like there really is like, once you're out of high school, there is no more race. There is no, like, nobody's running the race of life at the same speed. You're all doing your own thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're living your life at your own pace, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. Yeah, high school really makes you feel like you have to keep up with everything. And then after high school, you still have that feeling, but the reality of it is gone. Like, there is no more of that. Some people get out of high school and spend 10 years fucking up, and then at 28 turn their life around, and they're fine. You know what I mean? Like, and then some people they go fucking straight to college, they graduate early, they're fucking doing crazy shit. Some people just fuck around for 3 years, lock in year 4. Like, it's life is so long, and you have so much time to figure out exactly how you want to live it. You know what I mean? Take life at your own pace. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So the next video that I had on the lineup was how tech companies lie to you, but I'm not gonna lie, we're not watching this one today. God, it is so fucking hot in my room.